All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome into I guess it's a Wednesday edition of the Black and White Take, brought to you by Sporting. I always forget to do that whenever our boy, let me turn down this off-brand ESPN music, like I think that's what Davide called it yesterday. Davide, you can put your mic on. I don't know if it's on now or not, but you might want to do that just in case.
Yeah, we're good.
There we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Bianconeri Zone. This is the live section that I've been calling it, the Black and White Take. It's a work in progress. Just an idea, at least. Whenever Alejandro lets me have some free reign like we did today. Welcome into actually what we're doing is a Wednesday night debate, y'all. We're going to be breaking down our beliefs and our opinions on a few different things going on with Juventus sports, as well as just the sporting world, and maybe just some overall, I guess you call them football takes overall. But anyway, like I said, if you haven't already, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. With me today, Julian, Davide, how you guys doing?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
Fine. Sorry, to quote Alejandro, good.
Okay, I hope Alejandro is listening or watching or whatever it is. If he's not, then I feel bad because I'm not going to crush him. But what I'm going to say is he does this every single time we come into a video, and that's what you're saying. We get ready to get started on a video, get on a live. I try to get some energy up, and then he gives me that, and I'm like, okay, well, yes, you handed me, you handed me a dead fish to come here and try to talk about Juventus and try to get excited or try to have something, and then I get that dead fish. I'm fine. Let's move it on. Shut the hell up, Justin. Let's just talk.
Also, can we just talk about that for a sec? Because when I say, hey, what's up, man? Or like, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
It says good. Like, that's not an answer.
That's
not an answer to what I'm asking.
That actually, grammatically, yes. That is correct. Is that what you're saying?
His breath or his soap on.
Yeah, if I said, hey, how are you, man? Then he says, good? Okay. I say, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Good.
Yeah. No, give me something. Give me something to work. Just a little bit of something. Like I said, I mean, we try to do a little bit of nonsense and stuff. Or when I say nonsense, just some talking, just some normal conversation as people, so we get to know each other, know who everybody is, instead of just coming in here and be like, okay, we're gonna talk sports, and we're only gonna talk sports. And I swear to God, if you change the subject, I'm disliking the video, and we're canceling the channel. We're doing all that. So anyway, how you guys been doing? How's your all's days been before we really get into these? Obviously, they're gonna be hard hitting debate questions where we're gonna go at each other's throats today talking about all this. Thank you to everybody tuning in. I see Unholy Fun, Nick, and of course Davide also in the chat right now. How y'all been doing? What's your day? Anything interesting about your day today? Go ahead if you want to go, Davide, first.
Interesting. Nothing interesting ever happened. No, standard day. Just another day at work. Can't say anything bad, anything good.
Same.
All right, thank you, Alejandro, 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You guys are very helpful, right? Yeah, you guys are handing me dead fishes here. There's so many times I come in here and I'm like, I'm trying to do something, I'm trying to get something, and it's like, no.
Well, let's talk about you're like super secret spy dude over here. Like,
that's fair.
You're doing the cool stuff.
I mean, I see. It's not cool. I don't feel like my job is really that interesting, if we're being honest. It's just I do surveillance. I do background stuff. I do. Like I think it's just I've done it for 8 years now, so it's like it's just it's old hat. Also, I didn't work today, so that's one reason I got nothing to go off of. Plus,
is there a lot of paperwork?
Not really. I mean, there's some. Yeah, I mean, there is. There's always the stuff after the fact, and like it's a lot of processing videos, stuff that I do here for the channel, but processing
like,
it,
I imagine a black book that in your back pocket that you just have these really detailed notes about random people that aren't even part of the investigation, but you somehow feel attracted to them, that you need to talk about them in your own head.
It's you say attracted to them? Is that
because you're like, well, because I just imagine you're a creepy dude in the bushes.
Oh yes, that's exactly.
Like, I know nothing about your job. Like, I'm just
wow. No, well, I was gonna say no. Yeah, that's exactly no. It's I mean, now you have an iPhone. If you have a phone, I have an iPhone. That's all I need, really, for the most part. I mean, I have high tech. Like literally, when I first started in this job, and then I can see Julian already zoning out. Basically, when I first got into this job, I got the whole pen with the camera in it and the glasses that had the camera in it. I used none of that. I used both of those like once, and I tried, and it was crappy quality. Like when you get literally just use an iPhone and pretend you're talking and snap some photos or video. Like it's stupid. Anyway, we're not just going to talk about my job. I realize now why Davide and everybody are just like, just talk to me about sports. Just talk about sports. We don't want to hear.
No, wait, hold on. Talk to us about your injury.
My injury. This isn't interesting. It's just I was lifting this morning and I blew it out. I blew my back. I blew my neck. I literally have this neck brace massage thing that I can't do on camera because otherwise you could hear it the whole time. And I'm destroyed. I was about to take today off just because it's so destroyed. And okay, nobody cares. Nobody cares about it. Everybody. And then also I see right now, as we're live, as we're talking, it appears that Bayern Munich have fallen to Villarreal 1-0 in the Champions League.
Yeah, what's happening?
Any immediate thoughts? Just like, I mean, also before we do this, the people that I've seen already on Twitter, they like, oh, you know, everybody's mad at Allegri, but look at this. You know what I mean? Look at this happening. I still don't think that. To me, you'd be better. I say that about Bayern. Be better. You should beat Villarreal.
Yeah, I'm looking
100%.
at the stats right now, and it looks like just by the numbers they dominated the game. They pulled a Juventus, essentially, is what Bayern did.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. Let's be clear. I didn't watch the game. I mean, I've been here. I've been doing stuff. I know I said I had the day off, but I didn't get to watch the game, so I don't know what happened. But I did see it was 1-0 at halftime. They scored in the 13th minute, I think, and then I don't know what happened after that. I expected them to just come back, but no. So we'll see. I just don't know. Like, does that make you? Do you look at it easier? Are you going to a little bit more fondly look at? Or no, I don't want to say fondly because that's not a good thought or way to say it. But are you a little bit easier on the loss for Juventus now, seeing this result, or you think both teams right now are just kind of crap their pants?
They got shithoused against. Prepare better.
Yeah,
Like you got the better players. Prepare better. It's very simple.
Yeah, you have is Lewandowski? He was playing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no excuse, I guess, right? But we don't have an excuse. Bayern doesn't have an excuse, or is Villarreal just managed that well? They're that tight of a team, despite having
I have a hard time
decent
believing.
team. They're not superstars.
Villarreal is a good managed team in knockout games, 100%. They're very good across 2 games. They understand that it's not a 1 game each. It's a 180-minute game.
Mm-hmm. I just have such a hard time believing that, you know, that any team worth, you know, with some kind of self-worth. Okay, that sounds bad. I'm not trying to say that, but I feel like if you're Juventus, if you're Bayern, you win that game. You win both games. You win both legs.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Davide, sorry, you were about to say something and I rolled right over you.
No, it's cool. Yeah, when you compare the news going up to when Juventus were about to play them, and there was doubts that Juventus were going to win. There was papers saying, oh, yeah, Villarreal can get this one. Uh-huh. I don't think anybody expected that with Bayern. Like, it was all just like, Bayern will win. Yeah. Bayern will essentially be in the semifinals or the finals is what you hear.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it depends what your measuring stick is. And I think Bayern is a very good measuring stick to compare yourself to.
For sure.
So like, just from...
They've won Champions League.
Standard, yeah, from that standard, I would say, yeah, it should make you feel a little bit better that Bayern are losing to them as well. But at the same token,
better or worse, you
just got to be better. Yes,
it's one of those things. I mean, even if you look at it from the concept of, okay, this team's also beating Bayern Munich, you can also say to yourself, all you have to do is win that second leg against Villarreal, and you could be beating Bayern right now. You could be the team that could be moving on, or not moving on, but trying to move on to the semifinals.
Yep.
And, you know, that's what's frustrating. It's funny because I think we'll come back on this and talk about it a little bit near the end of the show because we did have one guest, or not guest, but like a viewer question. Kind of feel like we kind of get this similar kind of question all the time, but I do want to hear your all's opinions. I don't know if Davide was a part of that when we did it before. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I see Unholy Fun was saying Justin once again is baiting likes. Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing, it's working. It works when I bait the likes. When I put the poll, and I'm not trying to deter you from doing it, so definitely hit the like button. It really helps our channel. But I noticed like yesterday's video, it was a slow video. It was a slow day. It looks like, of course, right now a lot of people are watching. They've been watching the Champions League and all that. But the people who did tune in, we got like 70 something likes on a video on a live stream, which was down numbers wise. So thank you guys. Hey, I'm gonna keep baiting. Is what I'm saying to the people that are here. Let's see anybody else. Alexander, appreciate you for tuning in. Says I swear Bayern were worse against Villarreal than we were. I mean, potentially. I'm honest. I didn't see it. So I don't know.
I watched Chelsea and Real Madrid.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of that. Benzema. Yeah. I guess we have to talk about that because Unholy Fun did say about Benzema FC here. Yeah, I mean. Are we going to get into? Is the first debate question going to be who's did Ronaldo ruin his career while he was there or not ruin it? You know what I mean? What's the way I want to go about it?
Nah, he didn't ruin it. He just put it under,
overshadow. Yeah,
overshadowed. That's
what I maybe want to do. Did he lower his stock because everybody was focused on the big shiny star Ronaldo, and then Benzema's over here like, I'm great, like I'm really good over here. Yeah.
Everyone knew Benzema was great.
Mm-hmm. And mentally, he's older now to be the.
Yeah.
Well, he can be the star now that he's more mature, perhaps. Back then, it was easier not having the spotlight, perhaps, and now he's allowed to flourish in his, I guess, his best years.
Yeah.
I definitely see that, and it's just funny just to see about how overshadowed he got and just what a fantastic piece he is there for Real Madrid. Nick, I don't know if he's talking about me. Is he? Actually, I'm not a secret agent. I'm not a secret agent. I am I'm a private investigator. It's way less exciting.
What's really the difference?
I don't work for the government. I work for private entities. So companies, lawyers, private, husbands, wives, people like that are the people who hire me. I don't work for the government. We'll say that. Andrew says, ciao. Also says he's one of our members. If you haven't already considered joining the member squad, you get a lot of cool perks with that. Like Davide is joining in here with us, as well as a bunch of other people get. When I say really cool perks, it's worth it. Well, I was about to downplay it, but it's worth it. It helps us. It helps us do the videos we do every day, guys. Anyway, he says that Bayern suck, I guess, unless it's against a bad Bundesliga team. We could beat. I mean, they've won the Champions League in recent years. It's hard for me to say that they suck, right? I don't know.
They won the Mickey Mouse Champions League with only one leg.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
I'm kidding. Bayern machine.
Iaz, and I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I'm guessing Iaz, or I don't know if you say the J like Justin. Iaz.
Iaz is my
Iaz. Anyway, I apologize if I butchered it. But they say that, well, you should respect every team no matter the name. You see what happened to Bayern today. I'm not trying to find excuses for Juve, but Juve lost, but Bayern have a better team than Juve, and they lost as well. The ball is round. Is that what people say? Balls around. Anything can happen. I mean, it's just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. NCAA tournament. You see people you see Cinderella upset the teams early, always in the beginning, but the thing is, by the end of it, usually the cream of the crop comes to the top, rises to the top, whatever it's called. And then Hosta says, seeing Bayern lose makes our loss to them more bearable. That's a debate in itself, to be honest. It is a debate. But before we do that, we're going to get into the real debate, I guess, unless you all really have anything you want to talk about. We've had some rumored players out there today in the news, nothing really crazy, just more of the same. Zaniolo talk, Pogba, Milinkovic-Savic seems to be a serious point of that Juve are interested in. They're trying to get him. We'll see how this develops from here. Otherwise, we can get into the Wednesday night debate, y'all.
When is when are the political debates in the U.S.? They're usually Wednesdays, are they not? Like when the two candidates are going at each other.
I thought maybe it is Wednesday. I don't know that there is. Is it always a specific day of the week? I'm trying to remember.
I always remember.
And you're asking somebody who has a degree in political science, and not only that, but also was a campaign director before I started doing the job that I do, and I can't tell you.
You don't work for the government.
No, that was a lifetime ago. That was back when I wanted to do something totally different with my life. They used to have me get up and speak and well, what happened was during the last one I did, the guy didn't even want to do his own speeches. He didn't want to show up for it. He was that bad. I mean, it was a lower level, a local kind of state senator kind of thing. And one of them, he didn't even want to show up for the one, so he sent me to do it. And instead, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So now I'm just talking to you all on here instead of talking about political stuff. I'm not talking about. Okay.
Normal messaging going on right now. Don't trust anything he says.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm actually angling to try to get all of your opinions. But what do you all think about abortion? Anybody want to talk about that on today's stream? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not talking about that. I hope Alejandro is watching and just crap. He's literally urinating himself right now watching me talk.
You press cancel.
He's trying to end the stream from here. I realized also the other day, because the stream ran long, or I tried to end the stream, didn't end. It's hard. I don't think you can actually end it not on the internet. Like, I tried to do it on my phone and the app, and it wouldn't let me end it. So hopefully it works this time. All right. We're going to get in the real conversation, the real debate we're going to have today. And that's a view. I will say we are a bit disappointed because Alejandro can't be here. He was going to try to come in, but unfortunately it didn't work out because of timing and all that. But the very first debate question we have up for you, and I apologize to Davide's beautiful face, but it's about to get covered for a few seconds. The very first question is the big one, the big debate between us, and I want to hear your all's opinions. It is this. Why did it cover up like that? Give me a sec. Give me 1 second. There we go. Who is the lesser of the three Scudetto evils that Juventus could end up suffering this season? It appears right now, if we're being clear, I have been championing the opposite, but it seems right now that Inter, Milan, or Napoli are more likely to win the Scudetto than Juventus this season. If you had to pick one. And by this, I'm saying it sucks. This does suck. This is you all are taking your medicine right now. I say you all, like I'm not in part. Like I'm free of it. But we're taking our medicine right now as Juventus fans. Second season in a row, probably not going to be a Juve Scudetto. If you know Alafine, maybe something could happen. But it's probably going to be one of these three. You have to pick Inter Milano, because they changed their dumbass name to be Milano. AC Milan or Napoli. Who would you have win the Scudetto this season? I would let... who wants to go first? One of you two get to go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, Julian, go.
It's quite easy. It's Milan, AC Milan. Inter, hate them. Anything that, even when they were 10th or whatever, 8th, you keep losing. I don't care. Yeah. Napoli, their fans are horrible. So... don't really care about the team much, but their fans are absolutely horrible. I don't really hate their players, except for Insigne. But and then Inter players, I hate all Inter players. So process of elimination, it's Milan.
Davide?
Yeah, same. Well, different process, same conclusion, I suppose. I looked at Inter, and they can just go screw themselves. Yeah. I like Milan. Like the team, I think they're constructed, managed well. So from that, like, professional sporting standpoint, I like them. And I think they probably will. Just for the equalization of the league and sharing of the trophies, and just because it's been since Maradona, Napoli should get it. And just so we can listen to them scream for a year straight. It's going to be annoying as hell. We won't hear
Why do you want that? Why do you want that?
I don't, because I like watching the world burn, I suppose.
Oh, apparently. You're muted, bud.
Well, you're just gonna cover my face.
I had some. No, you weren't muted. It was me muted. Sorry, that's what he was saying. Yeah. So which one? Wait, which one did you say is the one you want to win it? Then, if
Napoli, because we're watching the world burn.
You're picking Napoli. Okay. I like it. I'm glad. This one's actually really. It's more difficult than I thought it would be. And the reason I say that, obviously, Inter is not going to be the answer. Nobody will say Inter. My main reason for not saying Inter is because if you look at it, and I've talked about this about other sports, the teams that are on top want to stay on top. And you want to have that count mean something. So, like, college basketball, UCLA's 11, 8, whatever. The teams that have that. When it comes to NFL, I think it is... Who has the most? Is it Green Bay, I think? Am I... Patriots Patriots only have 5. Whoever it is, they have a lot. NFL, who has the most Super Bowls?
It's Green Bay, no?
Yeah, I think that's what I thought it was Green Bay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If it's Pittsburgh, I know Alejandro's crying right now because we're not talking about his Pittsburgh team. So you look at the numbers, and the reason I bring that up is this one's an important one for me, because I need Inter not to win it, because if they do it, they get their second star. And it's nice to keep them with the one. Keep them with the 1 star. But I don't know if this means anything to you all, but it does a little bit to me. I like seeing Juve, every other team having just one. Milan, Inter just having the one. And then, Juve potentially getting close to, I was hoping that they get close to their 4th one by now. I guess depending on how you really count Scudetti, giving Calciopoli and everything like that. If you still count some of those, which I do. I think they should be a Juve one. They should be pretty close to getting their 4th one by now. I want to keep Inter in that 19 range. Milan are 18 right now. They'd be tying them. And then Napoli only have 2. So if we're just counting on the overall number they have, but it's also like kind of nice to keep the trash people down at the bottom there, with what they have.
Yes.
That's the way I look at you. So you're picking between a snake, the devil, and trash people. Is that what Napoli's Napoli's mascot? Yeah, Napoli's mascot is a garbage man, right? It's just the trash, the garbage truck,
the trash collector,
and it's literally them like dumping the champion, the campione in there. But okay, I gotta side with Julian on this one though, just because I dislike Inter a lot. I really do. I hate them. I think I hate Napoli more. And I
hate their fans more. That's the thing.
Their fans, the people on Twitter, and I'm not going to say any specific. They're the worst. They're the worst individuals out there.
How do they have the gall to speak up? How do they do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, with their last.
That's the beautiful thing is Ali's the one that has to go through Twitter and read all of it.
Yeah.
That's why Napoli needs to win.
Right, that's true. That's a good point. That is a good point. We got to have him, addressing the garbage people. Literally, Napoli's. That's what I'm going to call him for now. And I always call him either the Detroit of Italy, the garbage people, Swamp Man, De Laurentiis, whatever you have. The last time Napoli won was literally the year I was born, 1990. And we're doing age. We're doing age again on the channel. That's what we do. We're talking about our age, but literally that was the last time they won. So it is kind of nice to keep them down in the depths there, suffering. Let's see. I want to see what some of you guys are saying. I think most people kind of agree with us, though, overall. Andrew, I'm sorry, I'm not going to click these on the screen because I noticed it kind of stalls out a little bit, guys, and I'm just going to kind of go with it. Right now, we have Andrew Finnan says Milan. Haneen says easy Milan. Hasta, Milan as well. Cruz, Milan. Andrew says, I hate Napoli and Inter almost equally. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that recently, the last few years, have started to get that feeling. And I think it's because of Twitter. Social media makes you hate much more than I think you would have.
Just the world.
It does. It does. I mean, and I love Twitter. I'm on Twitter all the time. That's how I get all my news. Well, yeah, I feel like half the time, where else would you get your news? Unless you're just reading ESPN.
Like the newspaper?
No, it takes too long. It takes too long to read a newspaper. You think Gazzetta or Tuttosport are sending to my house? I don't know. I don't know if that's possible.
And let's be honest, you only get the newspaper to do the crossword, anyways.
That actually, last time I used to get the newspaper was when I was in high school to do like the Sudoku, a little bit of crossword, a little bit of that stuff throughout the day. Back when I was a teacher's aide, because it's American schools, and I didn't really do much and didn't learn much.
Well, how many drops have you had? Look at this. You just keep on dropping them.
Right? I know, right? All right. Hasta says Napoli brought the Pandy players. Yeah, they did bring him. Inter, no explanation needed. And Milan was a draw to be fair. Okay, so there's just giving it a reason. Okay. FIFA Addict is asking, how are Napoli fans horrible? Genuine question. And they said they'd be fine if Milan or Napoli. Like, they'd be, I won't say happy, but content with that.
I don't understand how I said this already. I don't understand Napoli fans can be so stuck up when they have nothing.
It's part of the Southern culture too. They're just a lot more bullheaded. Like I know my family's Calabrese, and man, it's intense sometimes,
Yeah.
So
I feel that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, my family's from Sicily, so it's as close. Napoli would be the closest one down there, and but I think honestly,
Southerns, eh?
Yeah, well, but I think it's most of the people really in Sicilia down there. Usually, they are mostly Inter or Juve fans down there, really. I mean, Palermo. I have a soft spot for. If I had to pick a team to win, it'd be Palermo, but they ain't coming up from Series C to do that. Series C to do that. So we'll see. These are our options. Hunting says Inter are evil. Napoli's disgusting, and so then Milan. This one's a different approach. Jeff Costello was saying that I hope Napoli wins because they're always good rivals when we're dominating Serie A. So
doesn't matter. Don't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. And I understand Homo Juve people. I get this. I get that the sentiment is every other Serie A club, I hate them other than Juve. Yeah, that's fine, but that's not what we're doing here. It's a debate, and this isn't really that great kind of a debate because we're also kind of agreeing on this one. I'm didn't know Justin's a Corleone or Soprano. Actually, I'm a Siracusa. It's a Siracusa, Sicilia. And also Messina. I think some in Messina, some in Siracusa, maybe some Palermo. I don't know. Anyway, it's been a while. We're very separated from them. All right, well, that one was less than I thought it would be. I thought maybe there'd be some disagreement there. I mean, there was a little bit of Davide.
Davide picked Napoli.
Davide did good. Davide threw a wrench in it, and that's exactly what we're looking for here. We want to throw some bit of a wrench there in it, even if it's one that we mostly agree on. I guess we can move on to the second question. I think this is the one that Julian came up with. So we'll throw that one up here now. If you all have any other questions that you all want to talk, or you want to ask us, or you want us to yell and scream at each other over, we can do that as well. And if you have topics, I did see Dax asked. I'll do this before we move on because I'll forget about it. Dax asked, "Would you rather get Sergei, Fit Demolay, Raspadori, or Pogba, Anthony Rudiger?" Wait, what? You can't. It's way too many names. Are you? And they're also different positions.
It's three or three. That's it.
Oh, okay, got it. Fits. Okay.
Yeah.
Sergei, Fit Demolay, Raspadori, or then Pogba, Anthony Rudiger.
Yeah.
Who wants it? Who wants to take it?
I want the first one.
Yeah, that's Milinkovic Savic, right? By saying Sergei in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a Fit Dembele and he's playing, let's say 90% of the games, that's frightening.
Yeah.
Because he's very good.
Yeah, and
then playing.
And then Raspadori could be an interesting option if he develops for Juventus in the future. Pogba, Rudiger, Pogba older. Rudiger wants too much money.
I don't want anything to do with Rudiger.
Yeah, he's demanding everything right now. So
yeah,
and then,
but you kind of need a center back. That's my hiccup on that.
That's fair.
It's hard, because you need a center back, but I like the first choice better.
Yeah, this is the agree show. We disagree all the time on all the questions you guys throw to us. Anyway, that's all we got. All right, let's move to the second question of the day, what we have here. Like I said, it's kind of a mini debate episode, if you will, just because it's just kind of it'll be a shorter one than we normally do. All right, the next question is this one. Which coach
would
Dave.
you...
Yeah, bye, Dave. Bye.
I was waving. You say bye.
He's back in Canada. Well, I guess he's in Canada regardless. Anyway, which coach would you rather have coaching Juventus right here, right now? You get Max Allegri, who's the current head coach, and I know that I just wonder how much recency bias there might be here in this question. So I like that you brought this one up. So Max Allegri or Andrea Pirlo, which one would you take at Juventus right now? I will let Davide open it up in his response, since Julian went first last time.
I kind of like Pirlo a lot. More so because it was interesting, because you didn't really know what you were going to get. Whereas with Allegri, you know you're always going to get Rabiot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, just from a pure excitement point of view, like the last game against Inter was one of the first games this season that I was totally invested in. There wasn't long stretches where you're like, oh my, what is going on? Like, is there even a game being played right now? And that's what a lot of this season has felt like. Whereas last year, I wasn't so bored. And I know that sounds horrible, but it's just, Allegri ball's just harder to watch. So from that standpoint, I'm going Pirlo.
Fair.
Julian?
I'm saying Pirlo too, just because I want to know what Pirlo would do with Dusan Vlahovic. Because I think Dusan Vlahovic would be a 3/4 of a goal per game player under Pirlo, and it's not. I don't think I'm making anything up by that, because the attacking flow last year was so evident compared to this minestra when we had 0 shots against Milan. So I just think, I don't know. But do we give Vlahovic if Pirlo's the coach at the beginning of this year?
Probably not. Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
If we have this exact squad right now, as we did, or I'd take Pirlo.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what he could have done with, and he would have been in his second year after his first rookie years with 2 trophies under his belt. He would have had a proper training camp. He would have got another midfield upgrade in Locatelli. He would have lost Ronaldo, but I don't think he cares. I don't think he really cares about that, because you saw against Bologna that one game, and against Lazio when they went 3-1, 4-1 without Ronaldo playing. It was free-flowing, open. No, it wasn't forced it to one guy. It was a bunch of players, all in cohesion, all together.
Yeah, Ronaldo, minus Ronaldo, last season would have been great.
Yeah.
I think it's a good question. Here's where I sit with it, is I try to think about, I think there's a lot of recency bias and a lot of hatred spewed at, one sec. Didn't want to cough into the mic. Basically, there's a lot of hatred and a lot of anger and angst with Allegri right now. The problem is...
Can I freeze you for a sec?
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't say anything.
I don't want to say I don't like Allegri either, though.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to see what Pirlo I want to see what Pirlo would do with these guys. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I just think you're a hater, and I think right now that's no. But what I want to say is, okay, here just for example, there's a lot of anger and a lot of frustration and a lot of just attacking when it comes to Allegri. I was going to say Agnelli. That always trips me up. I don't know why. It'll never not do it. And there's even been players, I saw this recently. I don't know if you saw it, and I respect and I appreciate nothing that he has to say, but Cassano had some comments about Allegri, and basically he just kind of went into him and basically ripped him and basically said that he thinks he's done a shitty job at Juventus. Is basically what he said. He said Allegri tells gigantic lies, isn't afraid of being sent away because he has failed all objectives. In the Champions League, he went out against the 9th team of the Spanish League. After such a figure, I would have gone to Andrea Agnelli to terminate the contract immediately. Yeah, that's basically what he said about the job that Allegri's done this year. And I think a lot of people... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the vocal minority that get on Twitter and social media, and they just have to have somebody to attack. Somebody has to pay for you being upset because your team's not winning. And I get it. Yeah. I have frustrations out there. We talk about it on the channel. Who do you blame? But my issue here is I just don't feel like. I feel like Allegri. I feel like we as the fans, I think the club for a little bit has to sit back and look at the situation that we were in from the beginning of this, where we're not. I mean, and I don't want to rehash everything. Ronaldo leaving, the players that are here, the run that Juve went on. As much as it still frustrated me, and I was yelling and screaming and filling my diaper about how Juventus did not. It's a lot of draws when it comes to the undefeated streak. But at the same time, look where Juve sits right now in Serie A compared to where they sat last year, where we didn't really squeak our way into the top 4 until the last second, at the end there. And it felt like we're not making Champions League. We're right there on the cusp of it. We're right there, right below it. But for the longest period of time, it felt like there's no chance. And it was just we were kind of given by the grace of Hellas Verona. I mean, we were given our spot in the Champions League. Otherwise, you think about where we'd sit. Right now, Allegri has clawed it back a little bit, and there's been some fortuitous happenings in the rest of the league. But I feel like even following the Inter loss, we are I feel pretty secure in 4th place right now. Things could change that. Things could change my feelings of security, but you still have a good little gap there between the Romas and Atalantas of the world.
Okay. Is that because of Allegri, or is that because of the shit teams around the whole league?
It's because Allegri did not lose during that. I'm kidding. I was just going to go on this. Okay, that's fair, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair that the team. I mean, do we think the league's worse this year than it was last year? Is that what we're saying?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but
I think
how much?
Conte, that they got 90 points. Atalanta was firing all.
Yeah, but those teams.
Milan was doing what they're doing this year.
Fair.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but Milan and Inter are all above us already. So, you know what I mean? Okay, so I guess if you're saying, yeah, okay, well, I guess that works. I'm not great at this debating for Allegri right now. I am not his spokesperson. To be clear, I'm trying to be different. But anyway, the way I look at it right now, there's also Allegri kind of had a team that, and you could say that maybe about Pirlo as well, but he has a team that's not built to do what he wants to do. Like he's slowly starting to put those pieces together throughout the season. I think what I would do is I'd stick with Allegri. Obviously, there's the reasons, and I know this is not a real question of we're not changing and going back to Pirlo, right? But at the same time, would you take Pirlo continuing on, or would you stick with Allegri? I think right now, just because there's so many times in the Pirlo stretch of that year where I just felt like I didn't feel that he knew what he was doing, if that makes sense. I don't want to crush him.
He didn't
Go ahead.
know.
But I know he didn't know. But go ahead, interject, because I know you want to say something.
Yeah, because so Allegri doesn't have the players that he wanted, but neither did Pirlo.
Right. Well, okay. What do we give him any kind of? I mean, he did have
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Pirlo wanted. He was hired a week before the season started.
That's true. Yeah. But Pirlo was also
He wanted McKennie.
He wanted McKennie.
And he got McKennie. And he made McKennie look good.
Yeah, he did. That's fair. He did make Weston McKennie look good. But he also, I mean, he had Ronaldo for a full season.
He did.
He did.
Good for him.
I mean, you have this, the piece that's supposed to be. I mean, I've also crushed Ronaldo, so let's not kid ourselves. I don't think that. I want to say I don't think highly of Ronaldo, but right now in his career where he is, you see what's happening. Huh?
Yeah, he's hard to coach. I'm pretty sure. Like,
yeah,
it's probably harder having a guy like that first term.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You have to play through him.
Do you think Pirlo's season's? Do you think his ceiling's high enough to be? I mean, competing, like literally competing in Champions League. I mean, Allegri's got him to finals. I know he didn't win it.
I would have just liked Pirlo to have a chance at a preseason.
Yeah,
and get some players that he wants.
He needed a second year. It was trash to do that to him, and we all saw it coming. That's
we did. I mean, I know where I was a year ago. I sat there, I guess, dreaming of old times past, and I was like, sack Pirlo right now and get Allegri in before the season ends because we're not going to make Champions League. I said that. I literally said get him in for the last games because we saw. I mean, the problem is I've also come on this channel and yelled and complained because I've seen a lot of what I saw last year, which is complaining about no development of what they're doing out there. But the thing is, I never saw Pirlo never reached that point. He never reached the point of where I started to see something.
I think peak Pirlo was January against Milan. And from December to January, they smashed Barcelona, they smashed Milan. They were scoring 3-4 goals a game, and it wasn't just Ronaldo; it was other players as well. It's Chiesa, it's Dybala. Everyone was when people were ready to go. Rabiot was balling at some points, and then like Davide said, it fell apart after the Benevento game, or just before the Benevento game, which is in February. So I get that he's a rookie manager, or he was a rookie manager, and he couldn't hold the ship for 2 months of the season. But he did the job. He got the job done, whatever the job was at the time. I know he lost the first Scudetto in 10 years, but I think whoever was in that spot was losing it regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think it was just Pirlo's fault that they lost the Serie A.
Yeah.
I think whoever, even if it was Pep Guardiola, we're losing. I'm convinced of that.
I don't know. I don't. It's obviously not knowing what the ceiling is with Pirlo, which is worrisome. I mean, to me, it was worrisome to make Pirlo the head coach to begin with. If we go back in time right now, I'm saying you don't put a guy in there for 1 year and it's sink or float. You can't do that. Like, the idea, and I guess the whole idea at that point was kind of like it was a stopgap, a hold until Allegri came back, and that's the only thing. But you could have gotten Allegri then, right? Or was
he was on a sabbatical.
Yeah, it felt like they were just waiting though, and it didn't make any sense to me. Oh no, that's what it was. It was a wait for Zidane. That's what it was, right? And then I guess they realized Zidane's not coming. Allegri's over here, like just literally like please, can I come back? Like, I will do whatever it takes to come back. I don't know. Like, yeah. Go ahead.
Have you ever gotten, like, why would they get rid of Allegri knowing that their best option was Sarri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first mistake. That's the first mistake. Yeah.
Pirlo was just, do something, please. Fill this hole.
Yeah.
He
did a pretty decent job.
I need to say that. Oh, we talked right over it. I need to say that so bad. He said, do something, fill this hole. And I wanted to say that so bad. I want to do a mixtape on here, and we need to be able to talk more so I can do that in the future. Anyway, but yes, I need more of that. Anyway,
do you want me just to repeat that? Just
no,
fill that hole. Fill that hole.
It's better when it's out of contact, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I guess. Well, there's also like looking back at it. Yeah, Pirlo. It shouldn't have been Pirlo. It should have been even Sadi at that point. Really, you should have stuck with Sadi, probably got him Jorginho, and see what happens. And it looked bad, though. It didn't look good at the end of that season. That's what I mean.
It was a decline from Sarri's year.
It was falling apart. Well, it was falling apart at the end of Sadi. And then when Pirlo got, it just continued. And I think people thought something would have to give when it came to stopping the bleeding. And we knew even then we've been talking about the midfield for years, and the midfield didn't get better under what we expected to be Maestro coming in here and doing something, getting something going.
You cannot teach technique at their ages, at professional players' ages. So I don't know if Pirlo was supposed to make McKennie this Zidane-esque player. Or was he supposed to make all these, like Aaron Ramsey, be able to play? I don't know what he was supposed to do. So,
I think it was just people expected Pirlo's going to come in here and be Zidane. And, I'm sorry, I threw it up there. Dak, sorry, we do it late. I mean, we're in America and Canada. We have jobs. Alejandro and I, Dax, though, if you haven't seen, I think you probably already left. But if you haven't, we've been trying to do regular once a week or so. We didn't do it this week, but lives during the day for people that are in other parts of the world that aren't able to. We do what we can, but it's always there on replay for anybody who, So please go ahead and rewatch the video or whatever, or just watch the video and play back. Where was I? Sorry, if you haven't already, guys, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. All right, smack your grandma up, take her phone, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, let her watch. She'd love to take part in this, and then Davide can talk about filling that hole. One of the things that sticks with me, though, is also, I'm going to go ahead and move it into the second question. My thing is, I'm battling, if it's move on from anybody. Right now, the whole time during this 3-year stretch, what Juve have needed is consistency, and that's what they needed.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like my final thoughts. Right now, it's not a change from anybody, but yeah, I'd say you definitely won the debate on this side because I tried to with Allegri. I tried to do something different, but really, looking back at it, I thought the same thing. You give Pirlo another season. If you're investing in Pirlo, you're investing in him for multiple years. Whoever you bring in, you need to invest multiple years at this point.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. I mean, I just try to imagine being a coach, and you have one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Anyway, I knew. I know I had to, but like you had that opportunity, and then just to be like, oh yeah, well, you made top 4. That's not good enough because we have this history of 9 seasons of Scudetti, which not miraculous, but you had a really good run. But because we've invested all this money in Ronaldo, we haven't taken care of the other aspects of stuff that we've needed done. You're the one who's left at fault, and that's what's frustrating.
Yep.
To go off of this question, though, I'm going to move over. I'm going to skip over the question that Davide came up with because I think it's a good one for last. But in this one, I feel like it's a short one to answer. But the reason is it's a good transition because obviously when you look at the 2 different kind of coaches you have. Last season, you have Pirlo. This season, you have Allegri. Allegri is a guy who doesn't like to use young players, or he doesn't seem to use young players. I think that's fair to say.
Yep.
Pirlo was there kind of given opportunities. He gave an opportunity to Fagioli. We saw him play multiple times throughout the season and getting something going there. We saw the guy who got in trouble when he went to this next play. Was that Portanova? Whatever. We saw a few guys out there getting opportunities, which goes into this question. Goodbye, Davide. We have right here. question. It says question number 4. It's question number 3. Whatever. Ignore me. Juve can only bring one to the team. And that's reports going out today that Juve potentially, if they want to bring in a youth player, I say younger player is what I mean, a younger Italian option, they can only bring in one. So it's one or the other. You get one option. Nicolo Ravella or Nicolo Fagioli. Which one do you bring in? And
It's Julian's turn.
Yeah, Julian, you go.
I want the young Italian Nicolo.
You're a son of a bitch, you know?
Yes. No, it's Ravella because of his Serie A experience. I prefer Fagioli because he had something a little bit different, but Nicolo Ravella is going to make the team. Or not make the team, but like have a better chance of making the team this summer.
I'm sorry.
You muted yourself.
I know. I'm sorry. I was producing. What was your answer? I didn't even hear it. I apologize.
For Juventus, it's going to be Ravella, but for me personally, I'd rather have Fagioli.
Okay, Davide.
I need some more beans in my life. I love milky beans. Longer term, he's the better option. I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, Ravella's who we're gonna get. Mm-hmm. But we need more beans in our diet. We need some fiber.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. Here's my answer. I'm actually gonna go with Ravella, but the reason is one. I think obviously it seems the most likely option that's gonna come in.
Yeah.
But that's not the answer. Shouldn't be based on that. It should just be based on who do you think would be the option to use. From what I've heard, not acting like I have sources, right? But like from what I've heard from people a little bit closer to the program. There's a feeling that I get that basically Juventus are kind of in a spot where maybe, I don't know if it's Allegri or if it's somebody, or who it is with Juventus, whoever goes through the Primavera, the youth, not Primavera, but like the youth talent and evaluates them. It seems to be the consensus that Juventus kind of lean toward the fact that like Fagioli's nice, but he's not going to be, he doesn't have the quality to be Juve level. And they don't. I get that feeling that they don't think that his ceiling is nearly as high as the other options they're pursuing, obviously. But then also maybe even Nicolo Ravella, who has obviously had experience in Serie A, shown what he can do, played some international. I mean, obviously, so did Fagioli, but at a little bit of a tiny bit of a higher level. And when I say that, playing more time, scoring goals. So I get the feeling that Ravella is going to be the guy, but I also think that Ravella probably, if he's Serie A, he's had he's got a little bit of not rust off, but he's a little bit more experienced, and he's somebody I think you can lean into more. I would like to see Fagioli get an opportunity, but that's just I'm a little bit biased because of just what I've heard recently, which is a little bit, it's kind of surprising to me, just because again it would be another guy, but for some reason Juve do not have what appears to be a lot of faith in him, so I think it's going to be Ravella. I just, part of me also wonders, is Ravella or Fagioli, is that other player going to be used in a deal potentially with another club?
If they're not going to play them, I hope that's the case.
Yeah,
and we can't have as many loanees this year either, so something's gonna have to move.
Yep.
Right.
6 out. You're only allowed 6 out. So
yeah,
we have 4 of those midfielders.
Yeah. Royal Killer, I'll come back to this question. I did want to bring that up. Do we think that Pirlo? Actually, I guess we could probably just answer this real quick. Do you think Pirlo comes back to Juve as a coach ever?
No.
I don't think that there isn't a possibility. Yeah, sure, it could happen, but I don't know. Let's go with yes. I think yes, just because he's an amazing person and he's got beautiful hair.
My personal opinion is I would like to see it happen, but I don't think it will. My reasoning is I don't think Pirlo's going to be any kind of like, maybe he does, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy. He seems pretty analytical. He doesn't seem like a guy who's very emotional when it comes to this kind of thing. And I don't think he's, going to be angry and like hateful at Juventus, but I think it's kind of one of those things. The stars aligned. They had him there. I don't know if I'll ever see that happening again. And if he gets an opportunity, why would he come back to Juve when they were so easy to cast him aside again? So I think if he gets,
I think he was, but for
Yeah, maybe he was. I actually there were comments. I think his son and stuff like that. There's some comments out there after the fact, so he may have been upset. I mean, and I think he was absolutely right to be upset. But yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's unfortunate because he could be a fantastic coach. Also, I see 46 votes saying that you all like the video, and at 96%, and I see 31 votes. So you're lying again. You're lying to your boy. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, all that good stuff, guys. I can't believe you people. You people disgust me, to be honest. Just kidding. but anyway, okay. So yeah, thank you, Royal Killer. I appreciate that question. That was something that did stick out to me. Haneen goes on. Says, I'm worried about what Fajoli's agent said. Was it Fajoli's agent, or didn't Fajoli actually make the comments? I think he actually made comments as well.
They both.
Yeah, they both definitely did. And it just says, I even wonder like how likely it is that Juve actually end up using even Rovella. Like how far is he going to be on that bench before he actually gets playing time? Also, especially if you're going after these names that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see what else other people had to say. We have to wrap up in like 5 minutes, don't we? Or do you gotta go?
Question. Here we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Last question. Here we go.
Sorry guys, we gotta do this quick. I apologize.
Unless you want me to leave and you guys can stay.
No, because I would, but the thing is, it's just such a pain to try the graphics and do all that and everything.
Give what the people want.
It's okay. They don't want it. We're gonna have more content later this week, trust me. But we appreciate you guys. All right, final question of the day. It's kind of a doozier one, but it's an interesting one that our guy Davide came up with us. It's, are referees justified in their ability and maybe the links that they go to in suspending players and coaches for being accosted by these athletes or coaches? So what we're saying here is, do you think that the referees in Italy, or I guess just referees overall in the sport, are give me Davide, help me out here. Give me exactly what we're asking. Do you think that they're in their own right to suspend you because they got in their feelings a little bit because you got in their face?
Yeah, so comparing to other sports, obviously, I watch a lot of the North American stuff. NBA, baseball's a great example of just people getting up in each other's faces. And it's not that people don't get kicked out in the other sports, but do the refs in Europe, in European soccer, do they get their feelings hurt too easily, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And should they be able to play a part? Okay. Julian, you want to go? Also, Dash is tagging
in Italy. In Italy, it's bad. But I would equate the Italian Serie A officiating to NBA refs, because NBA refs throw players out so easily over nothing. Like if you slam the ball against the court, you're getting a tech or a second tech, and you're out. Mm-hmm. In the Chilio's case, I know Davide brought it up. I think kind of because of the Chilio, he says something in the tunnel. What could he have said?
Yeah.
What could the Chilio have? That guy doesn't say boo to anybody. What could he have said to this referee to get him suspended for a game? So I do think that the Italian the Italian FIGC referee association, whatever, they're soft. They're soft as baby shit.
Here's my thought. I think, I watch a lot of different sports, and I see a lot of referees and see a lot of how they how they handle themselves in these games. Think about football, like American football, you don't see it that often. That guys get, like, you see coaches go in there ripping them, but they usually just walk off. I guess because the field is big enough that they can walk by and then just it's over. You really don't see a lot. Maybe a flag, but you really don't, like sportsmanship flag, but nothing else really crazy. Basketball, you see it a lot where like coaches will get ejected. They'll get their technicals or whatever and get kicked out. It happens. Calipari here locally all the time because he doesn't want to coach a game. But anyway, then there's also he can't coach. He just rolls the balls out there is what I'm saying. I guess he's with Allegri right now. I'm kidding. Like Allegri can coach. I think. But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is you see it more and more, but then also I wonder the the mindset of these referees, these guys that are, you look all over the world, and yes, this is Italy, but what's to separate, Italy from some of these places in the world where you see them get physically attacked and, you see the horror stories that happen all over the place. Is that why they're going? But also at this point, DeCilio's not that guy. You think
No, he's
DeCilio's
not.
that guy? If DeCilio got in my face, I'm like, okay, buddy. Okay, let's calm down. But
Like,
like I'm
have a
saying,
beer with them afterwards.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It seems that way, and that's why they do. I think there is a point though that they do get a little bit too up in themselves, and I think one of the issues I have. Like in football, for the most American football, when I say that, the most part is what happens is you get a targeting and then you miss like part of a game the next game, but you don't really see thrown out of a game you miss the next game that often. There's some of that, but most of the time maybe that's the issue. It's because it's not just kicking them out of the game, but it's kicking them out of another game, and like you're really affecting their livelihood, but not only that, the teams. Like you can really mess with some teams. If you're, say, an Inter fan and you don't like Juve, you could throw multiple players out if you wanted to, and affect their season from there. So yeah, I do think they need to be a little bit more reserved in the way that they handle some of these things and some of these suspensions, especially ones that happen outside of the bounds of the game. The ones that happen in the tunnel, anybody can make up any bleep. Anybody can just make that up. Like, I need it documented and I need proof of it before you go out there and just say, hey, he said something about my daughter, and now we need to. I don't know. You're a coach though, so I mean,
you're a PI, eh?
I'm a PIA, yeah. But
you need it documented.
Yeah, it does. And you have to prove. If there's no proof, it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. I would fight it.
Hearsay.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's our thoughts when it comes to that stuff, guys. Like I said, again, this show was a little bit of a shorter one just because we had stuff going on, but we appreciate everybody that's tuning in always. Any final thoughts, any other things that you really want to get off your chest in less than 20 seconds? Yeah.
I'm blaming the ref still.
Okay, blaming the refs.
Karim Benzema is a god.
Yeah, Karim Benzema is fantastic. Juventus are going to get Big Z. Zaniolo is coming. Everybody's excited about it. We're all happy about it. Sorry, guys. Again, it was a shorter live. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. As always, we enjoy having these fun debates and having these conversations to talk about, as well as getting you all involved. Promise the next live we do, we'll get the chat more involved than we did today. Yeah. We'll have more time. We'll be able to get to you guys. But thank you guys for tuning in, as always. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Like I said, go to your grandma, smack her up, take that phone, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, have her watch some of our videos. Like grandmas like it. It's called The Old Lady for a reason. And also, anyway. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you follow Bianconeri Zone on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow my boy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter. Follow Dog Daddy Dave. Follow Dog at Dog Daddy Davey, Davide, and then follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter as well. That kills me. Yeah, we might have to have him change that. Anyway, guys, we'll see you all next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.